this section, we're gonna work with right triangle, like triangles with different sides and different angles. So let's check here. First of all, we have 4 cases. So the first 2 cases, this is section 8.1. The first 2 cases, you're going to use the law of sines. And 3 and 4, you're going to use the law of cosine. This is section 8.2. So you're not going to get confused, okay? So we're going to study this one, these 2 cases on section 8.2. So look, always you're going to graph this triangle. A, B, and C, the capital A, capital B, and capital C is the angles. And the sides, check. A, the opposite side is the side A, small a. Capital C, the side here, the opposite one is small c. B, the angle, the opposite side is a small b. So always try to graph this one. And also when you see the examples on opposite side, you see exactly the same triangle. But it's going to be different shape. I'm talking about the location of the angle, A, B, and C. So let's check the first 2 cases. If we have 2 angles and any side, angle, side, 2 angles, 1 side, angle, side, and angle. Keep in your mind, you're going to use the law of sine, okay? If you have 2 sides and an angle opposite one of them, like 2 sides and 1 angle, which is going to be this cases here, the 6 cases, we're going to study that later, okay? So we have 2 cases, we're going to use the law of sine. Case 1, if we have 2 angles and 1 side. Angle, side, and angle. It's still 2 angles and 1 side. So this is case 1. We're going to use the law of sine. If we have 2 sides and 1 angle, 2 sides and 1 angle, also you're going to use the law of sine. If you have 3 sides, if you have 2 sides and they include angle, you're going to use the law of cosine. Let's check. Here's the triangle. Again, you have to be careful because you have sometimes an angle C and you have a side C. So be careful when you plug in the number, okay? The same thing with the B and the side B. Here's the rule. The law of sine is if A, B, and C are angles, and small a, small b, and small c are sides. So the law of sine is going to be A divided by sine A. A is the side, divide by sine A. A is the angle here. B divided by sine B. C divided by sine C. You're going to use the angle right away if you have cases, angle, side, and angle, which is this one. With the second case, we're going to use these 6 angles, okay? We're going to do also examples. So here's the important thing. See, okay, how I'm going to use? You're not going to use the whole rule. You're going to use, it depends about what you need to find and what you have. Sometimes you're going to use only this part. Sometimes you're going to use this part. Sometimes you're going to use the A with the C. Okay, so what do you have and what you need to find? That's how we're going to use the rule. We're going to do an example about that. Let's check the first example. So look to the first example here. If you look to the angles, it's exactly the same thing. A, the angle B is 45, the angle C is 101. And here's the side A, which is the opposite side for the angle A. And here's the opposite side B, the opposite for the angle B. What they ask you to find?
Capital A, and C.
That's mean the angle A the side A and the side C. Now I'm gonna ask you, for any triangle, the sum of the angles equal what? For any triangle, the sum of the angles equal what?
180.
180. So keep this one in your mind. Always when you say A plus B plus C is going to be equal 180. So is that help us to find the missing angle? Now it's easier. I'm gonna say A equal what? 180 minus B
146.
minus C. That means A is going to be equal 180 minus how much B?
146.
45. Yeah, for 45 minus what?
101.
So how much is going to be A? 146. 146? Who's that 146? How much is going to be A? 180 minus 45 minus 101. 180 minus 45 minus 101. How much is going to be?
34.
That's it. 34. Why are you scared? It's just 180 minus 45 minus 101. Just do the math. So this angle is going to be what? So until now, we didn't use any law of the sine, okay? We have two angles on one side. That's why I'm gonna keep in my mind, I'm just gonna use the law of sine. But I have missing angle here. I know the sum of angles is going to be equal 180. So I'm gonna say 180 minus B minus C. Plug in, you're gonna get 34. Here is the missing angle. Now here is 34. Now, I need to find what? The side A. So if you look to the rule, it says A over sine A equal B over sine B equal C over sine C. Here is the rule, the law of sine. I need to find A. That's mean I'm going to write down here A over sine A. I have to write down this side. Why? Because I need to find the side A. Now, what do I have? I have the side B, right? I have the side B. That's mean I'm going to write down this side because I need to find the A. And I'm going to write down this side because I have B and I have the angle B. So I'm going to say A over sine A equal B over sine B. Do I need to write down the C? No, because I just need to find A over sine. How much the angle A? 34. Equal. B is 16. How much the angle B?
45.
Sine 45. Now, can I find the angle A? I'm gonna find the angle A. Do cross product. So A times sine 45 equal, be careful, you can't multiply 16 with 34. Can you? Because 16 is a number, 34 is what? Angle. So it's going to be equal 16 sine 34. Now my goal is to find A. Can I divide both sides by sine 45? That's mean divide this one by sine 45 and divide this one by sine 45. So A is going to be equal 16 sine 34 divided by sine 45. Tell me how much is going to be A. So again, you see, that's the first thing we found by using the addition of the angles equal 180. Then we say, okay, I need to find A. I have B. I have the angle A. I have the angle B. Plug in, do the cross product, and divide by sine 45 to keep the A by itself. And the result is going to be 12.65. And with the second part, you can use A or you can use B. So you have the side A, you have the side B to find the side C. You do the same thing, plug in, do the cross product, and then C is going to be equal 12.65 sine 101 divided by sine 34. C is going to be 22.21. The first thing you're going to look, how many angles do you have? You have two angles, how many sides? No, how many sides we have? I know with the angle we have three sides, but I have only one known side. That means I have two known angle and one known side, right? That's why there's going to be two angles on one side. That means I can use the law of sine. So now how am I gonna find the third angle? You will do the same thing? Yes or no? 180. I need to find A. So going to be 180 minus B minus C. Tell me how much it's going to be. Minus B is 8. Minus C is 135. A equal.
What's the number for side C?
59.
Thank you.
How much is going to be? So 37. So this is the first thing I forgot to tell you. You need to find A and B and A. That's what we need to find. The first thing A equal 37. That's mean here is the angle 37. Now next step, we need to find the side B. Okay? How are we gonna find the side? I need to find the side B. Here is the rule: is A over sine A equal B over sine B equal C over sine C. This is the law of sine. I need to find the B. That means I have to write down this part, which is B over sine B, capital B, equal. Which one you want to use? You want to use A or you want to C? Do we have A?
No.
We have what?
C.
C. Do you have the angle C? Yes, we have the angle C. We have the side C. So I'm going to say it's equal C over sine C. Here is B over sine B. That means sine 8. Equal C, which is 59 over sine C is 135. Again, you're going to do the cross product. So it's going to be B sine 135 equal 59 sine 8. And be careful. When you do the cross product, you can't multiply 59 with the 8. This is an angle. This is a number. So just write down 59 sine 8. Then next step, you're going to divide both sides by sine 135. Cancel these. So how much is going to be B? 59 sine 8 divided by sine 135.
One.
11.61. Now we have B equal 11.61. That means the side B equal 11.61. Now tell me, what's the next step? We need to find A. Which one you want to use? You A. I need to find A. That means I have to write down A over sine A. You want to use B or C? Both is going to be right. You want to use B or C? You have B,
C.
let's use C. So I'm gonna say equal C over sine C. That means A over sine. Angle A is 37. Equal. C is equal 59. That means 59 over sine. How much is C? 135. Again, we're gonna do the cross product. That means it's going to be A sine 135 equal 59 sine 37. Divide both sides by sine 135. These cancel. So A is going to be equal what?
Fifty point.
50.20. That's it. So again, I have this triangle, I have the side C, and I have angle A 35 and angle B is 40. So the first thing I'm going to find the angle C. That's mean C is going to be equal 180 minus B is 40 minus 35. How much is going to be? Minus 40 minus 35. I don't know. So the found the angle C is 105. Next step. Angle C is 105. I need to find the side B. That's mean I have to use B over sine B. Which one now you want to use? You want to use the A or you want to use the C? The C, because we have the side C. So I'm gonna say it's equal C over sine C. Now B over sine angle B is 40. Equal C is 13 over sine. The angle C is 105. Now do the cross. So it's going to be B sine 105 equal 13 sine 40. Divide both sides by sine 105. So B is going to be equal, cancel here. How much is going to be B? 8 point what? 65. You got the same? Good. Now next step. 8.65. Next step, we need to find the side A. I need to find the side A. That means I have to write down A over sine A. Which one you want to use? You want to use A, you want to use B or C? C. C, okay, let's use C. So it's going to be C over sine C. A over sine angle A is 35. Equal. C is 13. Sine angle C is 105. Do the cross. So it's going to be A sine 105 equal 13 sine 35. Divide both sides by sine 105. That's mean A is going to be equal. How much? 7.72. Is that what you got? That's it. The next part. If they ask you to find the area, you can use one of these rules. We're not going to talk about that now until we do an example. But we already know the first two cases. The first case, if we have two angles, one side. And if we have two angles, one side. What about the second case? If we have two sides, one angle. So that's why I said here on case two sides, one angle. We have these 6 options. Okay? Let's check. The first thing always, if you have this case, the second case, two sides, one angle. Two sides, one angle. The first thing, we're gonna find the height, which is h equal b sine A. I'm talking about if we have an angle A with two sides A and B. Okay, if we have an angle A, capital A with two sides A and B. The first thing you're gonna find the height. How are we gonna find the height? We're gonna say it's B, the side B, sine the angle A. Then you're gonna find the height. You're gonna focus on these cases. What's the important part here? So if the A less than the height, the side A is smaller than the height, no triangle. We don't have a triangle. So if you have this case, you're just gonna say impossible. Okay, I'm talking about opposite side. If the side A less than the height, no triangle, and the angle A is going to be acute angle. If the side A equal to the height, we have only one triangle. So when you graph it, you're gonna get only one possible, okay? Here, you don't have any possibles. Here, how many possibles do you have? One triangle, that means you have only one. If the side A equal the height, and the triangle is going to be look like this. If the side A is greater than or equal to the B, the side A is greater than or equal to the B, how many triangles do you have? One triangle. So don't get confused between these two. It's only one triangle. A is acute angle. That's the important case. If A, the side A, is greater than H and less than B. That means A between H and B. So how many triangles do you have? Two, you have two possibles. A is acute angle. If A is less than or equal B, that's mean the opposite on this one. No triangle. So no, you can't graph any triangle, okay? And A is obtuse angle, is going to be like this. So this side is supposed to be like a little bit, not this way. Okay. The last one, if A is greater than B, only one triangle and A is obtuse angle. Okay, so when we do an example, it's going to be more clear. And again, if they ask you to find the area, again, it depends about what do you have. If you have the angle A, the angle C, the angle B, on one of these sides, you can use this formula of this one, just to find the area. Okay? Let's check that with an example. Let me see which case we're going to use. So there is no triangle, they didn't review the graph. If you want to graph it on the side, that's fine. But let's see. Now we have one angle on what?
Sides.
Two sides. That's mean is not case one, it's going to be case two. If you have two sides on one angle. Now let's check here. What's the first thing I have to do? What's the first thing I have to do when I have this case?
Find H.
Find H. The first step, you see on the corner, it says what? Find H. So here on the side, I'm gonna say, okay, H is going to be equal to what?
B sine A.
B, I have B, I have A, so I'm gonna say, okay, it's B sine A. And again, it depends about what do you have. If you have capital B and the angle, you can say it's A sine capital B. The opposite, the side with the different angle, okay? That's how we're gonna find the H. Always use this one, B sine A. Now let's see, that's mean H equal, B is 11.4 sine 54. Now tell me how much is going to be H?
9.22.
How much?
9.22.
9.22. Now, here's the H. Tell me, here's H, and here's A, and here's B. Is H between A and B?
No.
No. So A less than B? Yes, A less than B. Is H less than A less than B? Yeah. Is this case right? Because H is 9.22 less than. A is 9.7. B is 11.4. Yes or no? That's mean A between H and B. Which case similar to this one? Look here. Look to these cases. Which one is similar to this one? So how many triangles, how many possibles do we have? We have two possibles. So we have two possibles and we have both. We have to solve both these possibles. Let's check what we're gonna do. So now I know we have two cases. Let's start with the case one. Now, we need to find B. I need to find B. I have the side B, and I have the side A, and I have the angle A. Can we use these? Tell me how. Write down the rule. I need to find capital B. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say B over sine B equal. I have to use A because I have the side A and I have the angle A. So I'm going to say A over sine A. How much B? Over sine equal. How much A? 9.7 sine 54. Yes or no? Now let's check again. Cross product. So it's going to be careful here. 11.4 sine 54 equal what? Equal 9.7 sine B. We need to find what? We need to find what?
Fine, B.
Sine B. That's mean because the angle B. B is the angle for the sine. So this is only one part. Now I need to keep sine B by itself. What I'm going to do?
And you put everything
Divide everything by.
line.
No, because sine B, I need to keep it on this side. So divide everything by what? By 9.7. So I'm going to divide this one by 9.7 by 9.7. Cancel here. You see sine B is going to be equal. How much is going to be the other side? 11.4 sine 54. .9. Yes or no? Now, I have sine B equal. Let's write down. I have sine B equal 0.95080. Yes or no? My goal is to find what? My goal is to find what? B. Now, how am I gonna find B? I have sine B equal 0.95080. I need to find B. What I'm going to do? What's the opposite angle for the sine?
Arc sine.
Arc sine, which is the sine inverse. Yes or no? So if I took sine inverse for both sides, sine inverse to the sine B equal sine inverse to the 0.95080. Sine inverse sine was the left B. Now tell me, sine inverse to this one, how much is going to be? How much? You know how to find the sine inverse? So we found the angle B. If you go back here, how many triangles do we have? 2. That's mean that's not the only B I have. I have 2 possibles. So here is the first one. Then what about the second one? Here's my first possible. I need to get another B because you have, how many possibles do you have? You have 2 triangles. That means you have 2 possibles. Here's the first one. How am I gonna find the second one? So I'm gonna keep this one on the side. I'm gonna say, here is my first possible. This is the first possible. I need to find the second one. How am I gonna find the second one? I'm gonna say 180, the second B is going to be, let's do it here. It's going to be 180 minus 71.95. So how much is going to be? going to be 108.1. 108.05. That's mean how many B do we have? You have, this is the first possible, and you have the second B is going to be 108.5. How many triangles do you have? You have two triangles. Here is the first one, and here is the second one. So when B equal 71.95. Now I'm gonna use B equals 71.95. And I have A, and B. I need to find capital C. How am I gonna find capital C? Now I have, this is the B I found. Okay. And I have A equal 54. And what I have the side A equal 9.7, and I have the side B equal 11.4. Now this is the first case because I have two options. When B equal 71.95, here is the angle B. Here is A, the side A, here's the side B. I need to find what? C. How I'm gonna find the C? Now you have how many angles? You have 1, 2. Can I find the third one? You're gonna say A plus B plus C equal 180. That means the angle C is going to be 180 minus B minus A, which is equal 180 minus A is 54 minus B is 0.95. So how much the angle C? How much?
54.05.
54.05. Now I have the angle C. I need to find the side C. I'm gonna go back and use the rule of sine. I'm gonna use the A. So A over sine A equal C over sine C. A is 9.7 over sine A, sine 54, equal C, that's what I need to find. Sine, the angle C is 54.05. Do the cross. That means the side C is going to be equal 9.7 sine 54.05 divided by sine 54 and equal what? Equal what?
9.71.
9.71. 9.71. So we've done from the first case. Now the second case, when B is equal 108. So when B equal 108.05, and I have A equal 54, and the side A is 9.7, and the side B is equal 11.4. You see now, this looks like just example by itself. But check the difference. The angle now is 108.05. So you're gonna do exactly the same steps. That's mean A plus B plus C equal 180. So in this case, we need to find also the angle C is going to be 180 minus B is 108.05 minus 54. So how much now the angle C? How much is the angle C?
125.95.
125.95.
95.
Now what's the next step? I have the angle C, now I need to find the side C, so you're gonna do exactly the same thing here. That's mean A over sine A equal B C over sine C. Or we can use the B. It's fine. Which is equal. A is 9.7 divided by sine 54 equal the side C divided by sine the angle C, which is 125.95. Do the cross product. That's mean C sine 54 going to be equal 9.7 and 125.95. Then divide both sides by sine 54. That means C is going to be 9.7 sine 125.95 divided by sine 54. How much is going to be the side C? How much? 9.32. That's it. We have two triangles. The first one, this one with the angle B, angle A, and here is the two sides. We found the third angle on the third side. And the second triangle, here's the B, here's the A. We found the triangle, the angle C, and with these three sides.
That answer is wrong, sorry.
It's
Yeah,
9
I
point
put 128 instead of 125.
So 9.7.
7.
9.7. It's okay. Got it almost. Now, here's two examples about finding the area. The first one, they're telling you if A is 121, B is 8, and C is 5. C is a side. Which one are you gonna use? The area is equal. We'll have what? Have side B, side C, sine A. That means going to be half. B is 8. C is 5. Sine A is 121. So how much is going to be? How much is going to be?
17.14.
17.14. That's it. What about the second one? Also have B, C, sine B. That's like exactly the same thing here.
Yep.
Have B is 32, C is 45, sine 72. So how much is going to be?
684.76.
684. One more. Let's check how we're gonna solve this one. We have two angles on one side. So I have A equals 64, B equals 43, and the side A equals 8. Which one I'm going to use? which formula I'm going to use. Can you use the first one? But do you have side C? No, so I can't use the first one. Can I use I don't have the side B. Can I use the second one? I have only one side. With all these formula to find the area, how many sides do you have? Two sides. The first one is half. Tell me, half what?
BC sin A.
BC sine A. The second one is half
AB sin C.
sine C. And the third one half.
AC sin D.
So all these, how many sides? Two sides. How many sides I have? I'm gonna find the other one.
Using all your race rule.
Yeah, can you use the
Also,
law of sine? I have A and A, B, I'm going to find the side B. So it's gonna be AB sine C. What about the angle? Now tell me, which one I'm gonna use? You wanna use the second one? Yes or no? Which one are you going to use?
second one.
If you wanna use the second one,
Well,
okay, if you wanna use the second one, you have A, do you have A? Do you have B? No, you have to find the angle also. How are you gonna find the angle?
180 minus 6.
Perfect, because we have two angles. So you're gonna say A plus B plus C equal 180. That's mean A I have, B I have, I need to find C. C is going to be 180 minus 64 minus 43. So the angle C equal what?
One 72. Oh, not 72 now. 172.
So here's the angle C. Now, I have the angle C. I have A, I need to find. What? 73? Oh, yeah.
72, yeah, not bad.
73. Now, I have the angle C. I need to find what? B. Can I find B? I'm gonna find B. B over sine B equal what? Which one are you gonna choose? A or B? Or C? Let's choose A because we don't have the side C. So A over sine A. That means B over sine B is 43, okay,
8
8 over
sin 64.
do the cos, actually B sine 64 is going to be equal 8 sine 43. Divide both sides by sine 64. So how much B? Still here,
Sin 43 over sin.
which is equal
6.07.
6.07. So here is the side B. Now can I find the area? The area is going to be half AB sine C. Which is equal half A is 8. B is 6.07. Sine the angle C is
73.
73. So tell me how much going to be the area?
23.2.
23.22. What's the number after 2?
9.
9. So maybe you sure 9?
It's 23.219.
Sure, so it's gonna be 22.
Yes.
You got it?